This is a really exciting article in Purple Valkyrie. You brought this to my attention. The title is Forget Extinction. United States company plans to bring back woolly mammoths.
Yes, everybody knows, I love animals, and this one really caught our attention. Yeah, this is a really interesting article, and we've heard about this. They talked about this in the past. They really like the idea of bringing back extinct animals, and woolly mammoths traditionally have some of the best preserved carcasses. They're in the permafrost. We've even had ones found that still have the contents of the stomach inside.
Yes.
So to get DNA, this would be one of the most viable species. Obviously, this brings up a massive ethical quandary, but it's a very interesting idea, I think.
This is this is an idea that I think a lot of us have had. And who wouldn't want to have mammoths back? Who wouldn't want to have a lot of the megafauna that we had here in North America that all kind of mysteriously disappeared at about the same time, 11,600 years ago? We'll talk about that in another show. But like Purple Valkyrie just said, we have a lot of the biological remains of these creatures, and in many cases, due to the environmental conditions in the ground, the cellular structure is fairly viable. Now, this type of cloning or CRISPR work would be done, of course, by Colossal Biosciences right here in the state of Texas, where I am located. This is a Dallas-based company, and they're spinning with a climate-y thing. That's how they're gonna. I can't say what I want. There's so many things I want to say. I just got out of Twitter jail. Let's just be honest about it. So they're going to use this CRISPR technology along with other genome engineering technologies to put forth a practical working model to create the de-extinction of woolly mammoths.
Yes, no, I'm sure but there are films that have kind of talked about this, and obviously, is this a good idea to bring back species that are extinct?
Why don't we do dinosaurs again? Oh, wait a minute. No, wasn't there a movie about that? No, never mind. Let's talk about woolly mammoth. What could go wrong? Come on, what could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Exactly. But as much as I would love to see these things walking around again, and I'd love to be able to interact with them, and the bad part of me does wonder what they would taste like. I think from a ethical stance, it's not a good idea. To bring these creatures back, you would have to, as they say in the article, mess with the genomes, and whatever you bring back would not be what once walked the earth. It would be a amalgamation of different species to bring them back, and it would probably have a detrimental effect both to the animal and to the environment.
I would love if we had saber-toothed tiger back. I mean, all not just the mega herbivores, but I want the mega carnivores back too. I want to make North America a place where you can't worry and have all of these luxury beliefs anymore. I want it to be when you set foot outside of your house, something could eat you or step on you, and it's going to be big. Let's get back to basics. If we're going to do this, Colossal Biosciences, give me back the big dire wolves. Give me back the saber-toothed tigers. Let's make America great again with our super mega carnivores too. To think that we can create.
It is, and they said there's $75 million has been raised for this project. So that's a significant chunk of change. But could we bring back more, I hate to say it, worthy species that are closer in the timeline to us that have gone extinct, that could stand to be brought back? Things like the thylacine from Australia, countless species of birds that we've lost, various species of tiger. There's somebody out there who really wants a pet mammoth. I think that's behind this, and I can understand that. But we do have to look at it from the perspective of the potential animal as well. Yeah. Where would you put these things? I can't picture them, wandering around Texas anytime soon.
The last time all of these megafauna and mega carnivores were was something called the Ice Age. And I think it was at the end of the Pleistocene, and again, we keep coming back to this time frame from 11,600 years ago, when something happened, something catastrophic happened that changed the climate of this planet. Now, there weren't a lot of people on the planet, we'll just say that, so we had nothing to do with that change. Notice my pregnant Pause. But the temperature of the world was very different, and you are talking about ice sheets covering the upper half of North America to 2 miles thick. But where would you put them? In northern Canada potentially? But again, what did they eat? They were probably in the grasslands. Yeah, they need to think about this. They really do, because I would hate to see someone create this designer life and then put it in a zoo. I think that would be tragic. So.
It would, absolutely. And hypothetically, if they did succeed, what would be the next step? Are we going to get chimera creatures, mixed in different DNA and different creatures to make just bizarre animals, or are they going to stick directly with creatures that have gone extinct?
Or are they going to do like maybe some countries out there that we can't say on YouTube and start messing about with human beings and those type of chimeras? It's terrifying to think about. Just because you have the technology to do things, maybe you shouldn't do it, but I'm old school like that. I would like to see their longer term plans, and I would have more concerns about the immune systems of these animals and what potentially, if you're going to be taking an animal that died in that trauma, they have diseases and viruses and other things that have not really been around for modern humans' immune systems, or us at all, or any of the other mammals that are currently in this timeline. Bringing something back from 12,000 years ago, we have to think about this.
Yes, playing God generally is a very bad idea, and there is one very interesting little paragraph. It says, it said genetic engineering applications expand beyond animals and have the potential to advance human health, enhance food production, reduce environmental impacts, and optimize animal health and welfare. Well, that's, on paper that sounds fantastic, but can it be put into practice? This is something that I am going to keep an eye on, I think. I don't think this is the last that we've heard of this idea of, designer animals or bringing back extinct creatures. I think they're not going to let this idea go. We're going to see something. We already have cloning and geneticism. So whether or not it's a good idea, I think it remains to be seen.
As ever, this is Salty Texas Sea. I am Corey DB. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've seen and heard, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you on board. That way you know, and we have things like live streams, which we are going to be doing every Tuesday evening. Take care. I hope you're having a great 2022.